Hello, Lens Legends. I'm so glad you're here with me today. Ah, it's going to be a great show. Uh, we've got some thoughts and ideas and some stuff that may come across as an epiphany for you. You'll see here shortly if it fits that description for you. But today we're talking about some things that make many creatives squirm. Sales. In fact, we're starting an anti-salesperson club. But here's the thing. You don't qualify for membership because you're better at sales than you realize. And by the end of this episode, not only will you understand why that's true, you might actually be excited about sales. Hey there, Lens Legends. Welcome to another episode of the Portrait Profit Show, where we focus on the business side of photography, the real business challenges that professional photographers face every single day. I'm your host, Jim Landers, your guide on the business side, and it's my mission to uplift portrait photographers to make a great income doing what they love. If you're new here, let me tell you what we're all about. This is where we cut through the noise and get straight to what actually helps you build a sustainable, profitable photography business. Each week on the Portrait Profit Show, you get tips and systems on the business side of photography that's designed to help you gain a mastery over marketing and sales, reducing the struggles that most photographers face so you can finally get what you deserve. This show is for photographers who feel they've got something to learn on the business side. So if that's you, then you're in the right place. Welcome to the Portrait Profit Show. The Portrait Profit Show is brought to you by Digital Pro Lab and Landers Photography School. For Digital Pro Lab, Amanda and her wonderful, amazing team are going to make you look like a hero. They're very easy to work with. If you've not yet worked with Digital Pro Lab, then I suggest that you go to digitalprolab.com and start working with them. The people that are there, the team at Digital Pro Lab, work hard, but they love what they do. And it shows because it makes it easy for you to order. It makes it easy for you to do the things you need to do. And from your client's point of view, you are a hero. Digitalprolab.com. And of course, Landers Photography School, my company. I teach the photography side and the business side. Obviously, the Portrait Profit Show is all about the business side. And so I've got classes on the photography side. I've got one that's coming up that's next month, every Tuesday of next month. That's not just the basics of photography. So I encourage you to reach out to me. You can go to my website, but what I recommend is just schedule an appointment with me. You can see on the calendar right now, or excuse me, on the bottom of the screen right now, the link calendly.com/photo school/15 MIN. If you go to that URL, then you can get a free private session with me to talk about you and your goals. So I'll put that, let me put that up in the comments real quick. That way you have that available. That's not it. That's interesting. Sometimes things don't copy the way you expect them to, huh? Let's try that again. I'm going to put this on. This is going to go on your, hopefully on the place where you're watching. We're simulcast to 8 different places, and this goes to about half of them. I don't know why it doesn't go to all of them. So right now, it's you should be seeing the link to my calendar on. Oh, it looks like 4 different places. So uh, the Portrait Profit Show on Facebook, Portrait Profits on YouTube, Digital Pro Lab on YouTube, and a couple others. So that's where you'll see that right now. But Landers Photography School, landersphotoschool.com. Lots of classes. I've written 250 classes. I've got a degree in photography. I can help you. Reach out to me. We all need help, right? I know I do sometimes. I want to encourage you to make comments and ask questions as I am presenting this topic today. And right now, I want you to go to the comments and enter in hashtag live. That way, I know you're watching us today on either Facebook or Instagram or LinkedIn or YouTube. Those who are watching the replay, please enter in hashtag replay. But go to comment section right now and enter in hashtag live so I know you're watching live. So, hey, photographer, we need to talk. And you might want to sit down for this. As you know, many of us wonderful, amazing creatives don't necessarily like sales. We don't like talking about money. We don't like what we feel is being pushy. In fact, most photographers don't really even care much for salespeople in general. But I've got a different philosophy about this whole thing, and it will change how you see sales to the point where you're going to fall in love with it. I believe that too many people are walking around with a completely incorrect understanding of what a salesperson is. Why might that be? Well, probably because they've had a bad experience with a pushy salesperson, making them feel uncomfortable or worse. But here's where we went wrong. We saw that bad example of a salesperson and decided this is what salespeople are like, instead of seeing them for what they were, just a bad example of a salesperson. Want to know what a salesperson really is? They're simply someone who wants to help someone else get what they want. That's it. Anything else that you perceive or believe is just a personal perception, but it isn't reality. I could also welcome you to the I don't do sales, I'm a serious artist society. Here's what we do as photographers. We practice, we take classes, and we get really good at creating stunning portraits. We pour our souls into our work, and then we we wait. We wait for clients to just magically know how much they want what it is that we do. It's the, I don't know, the invisible art fairy marketing strategy. I should trademark that. The invisible art fairy marketing strategy. Disclaimer: results may vary. In fact, profitable results will most likely not exist at all. Sure, perception beats truth, but you really need to understand sales for what it is so you can get past your aversion and start making money in your photography business. Because unless you want your work to be kept a secret, you are a salesperson. It just comes with the territory. It's part of the job. Because when your client gasps at your work and says, "Oh my goodness, I love it," followed by, "How much is this going to cost me?" Guess what? You've already been doing sales. That's what caused them to ask about price. You're actually a good salesperson. You know, you're not just a photographer. This you know. You're a memory curator. You're a happiness expert, a go to consultant for making your clients' bare walls into something that brings them joy. During that planning session, before the photography session, you're already helping them decide where that appropriately sized print will be displayed and what frame would be fantastic with it. The real magic of sales happens at every point in your creative process, from the moment you first speak to a prospect before they're a client, to the planning session, to the portrait session itself, to the portrait selection consultation, the delivery, and if you're full service, the installation. This isn't about your perception or negative stereotype of selling. If you've done your job right, they're already sold while you did the initial consultation. They invest in their memories before you transform them into heirloom quality artwork. Sales isn't convincing people, it's helping them get what they want. Your clients already want to display what they love. Your job is to say, I've got exactly what you're looking for. Let me help you make it perfect. And that's not sales. That's service with a smile. That's not stereotypical sales. It is sales. It's service with a smile. You have two choices. The first is hide in the shadows, be a secret that no one knows about, as your talent and pride quietly cries in a corner. Or two, embrace the role of a sales hero and let families brag about you and their gorgeous new portraits. When you understand that sales is simply helping people get what they want, something magical happens. You stop seeing yourself as just a photographer and start recognizing that you are a trusted advisor, helping individuals and families preserve their memories. You're not selling, not in the stereotypical sense. You're serving. And that shift in perspective, well, it changes everything. This isn't about becoming someone you're not. It's about recognizing who you already are. A professional who helps people get what they want. A bad salesperson tries to convince people to buy things they don't need or don't want. A good salesperson, that's you, helps people figure out the best way to get what they already want. No, they don't always know what it is that they want, but you can help them. You know how. So the next time someone asks if you're a salesperson, stand proud and say, yes, because I help people preserve their most precious memories in the most beautiful way possible. Then maybe wink dramatically because, hey, we're photographers and we understand good timing. Hopefully, you know this already, but as always, if you would like today's handout with everything you'll be hearing today, and probably more, it's just $10 and I send it directly to your email as a PDF. You'll see a right here on the top right corner of your screen, you'll see a QR code. So you can just use your cell phone to in its camera mode, and it'll take you right to that URL. However, for those of you who are watching on your cell phone, you may not be able to do that. So therefore, let me put on the screen the URL for the handout. So there it is right there. Might want to do a screenshot of it, but that square dot link is the URL to get today's handout. And I send these manually, so it would be after the show, of course. And when I send that out, think of the last time you shared with a prospect about that amazing sunset session you did with a client, describing how the warm light just seemed to wrap around them so perfectly, and how meaningful it would be to capture their family in a similar moment. You know, your eyes lit up, your hands started moving as you painted the picture. And before you knew it, they were nodding along, completely caught up in your vision. Guess what? That wasn't just you being passionate. That was you being the natural salesperson that you are. Cue the dramatic gasp. Well, I don't have one. You'll have to picture it in your mind or listen to it in your mind. I know. You were just sharing excitement, what you believed in. But that's exactly what great salespeople do. Let's look at other moments when you've been accidentally amazing at sales. For example, maybe you have encouraged a client to include grandma in the session. You weren't doing that to push for a bigger sale. You recognized what mattered most to your client. Maybe you have suggested that they display their portraits where they can see them every day. That's not you being pushy. That's you ensuring they get maximum joy from this photograph. Maybe you've gotten excited telling someone about that new technique that you mastered. You weren't bragging, you were demonstrating expertise. You were building trust. Maybe you've helped a client visualize how their photographs will look like in their living room, in their entryway. That wasn't just being helpful. That was skilled visualization sales techniques. How about maybe you've gently guided someone away from something, a filter, an outfit, a pose that they wanted, something that maybe you realized would be maybe look dated in just, a few months. That wasn't being controlling. That was you being a trusted advisor, which is a hallmark of an effective salesperson. Maybe you've suggested a perfect location for their session based on their style, based on their needs, based on what they told you about themselves. It wasn't being knowledgeable. That wasn't your knowledge of locations as much as it was a solution-based selling at its finest. Moments like these happen because you genuinely care about creating something meaningful for your clients. You're not trying to sell them something because you take the time to get to know them. You are able to envision what's best for them, and you're trying to help them achieve that. That's what a good salesperson does. Are you feeling this? Give me a yes in the comments. Let me know you're here. Let me know you're listening to this. Let me know that this is good. If you like what I'm saying, click that like button. If you love something that I've said, click that love button. Like, love. If you think it's funny, well, hit that funny button. Let me know. Interact with me. Let me know that you're here. I want to know. Here's the thing. Every time you help someone make a better choice about their photography experience, you're not just being nice, you're being exactly what a great salesperson should be. Someone who helps others get what they want, even or maybe especially when they don't know exactly what that is. But wait. You say, clutching your camera protectively, I don't do these things because I'm a salesperson. I do them because I care about my clients. Exactly. And that, my lens legends, is why you're already great at sales because you care about getting it right for your clients. You're not trying to sell them something, you're trying to help them get what they want. Mhm. If you haven't already, let me know you're watching by entering hashtag live in the comments. Hashtag live. Chapter 2. Now that you now that you know you've been secretly great at sales all along, let's examine the expert level sales tools you've been utilizing that you just didn't know. So, first up, your consultation process. In fact, let me put that on the screen so you can see what you can hear the words and see the words. What you think it is getting to know your clients. What it actually is, advanced needs assessment and solution design. You learn about their goals and their vision. You explore how they plan to use their images for their business, their home, a special event. When they mention past photography experiences that didn't work out, you're listening and mentally noting what it is you need to do better. The whole time, you're helping them see possibilities, some of which they hadn't even considered. Let's grab another tool from your sales toolkit, your session workflow. Here's what you think it is: being organized, being professional. Well, it's that. But what it actually is premium experience and service creation and delivery. From the moment you started preparing them for the session, you build their confidence. During the session, you're reading their comfort level, adjusting your approach, and you're making sure they feel great about the experience. You're constantly fine tuning every aspect to exceed what they expected. How about this one? Your eye for detail. You might think, well, but that's just how you evolve as a photographer. What you think it is, just being a perfectionist, just being you. What it actually is, a demonstration of quality assurance and value. Those tiny adjustments you make, the slight turn of the shoulder, fixing that stray hair, waiting for just the right expression, helping to evoke it. That's you ensuring every detail adds to the final impact of their portrait. Small tweaks can make a big difference, and you know it. When you notice and adjust that crooked collar or move someone 2 inches to the left for better composition purposes, you're demonstrating your commitment to excellence. You're showing clients why professional photography is worth the investment. How about this one? You have this ability to guide poses. That's just what you do as a photographer, you say. Actually, that's elite level customer service. When you help someone who says, I'm uncomfortable or I'm awkward in photographs, when you help that person look and feel natural, you're not just positioning their body, you're building trust and delivering on their promise, on your promise to make them look their best. How about your instinct for timing? That moment when you see the genuine smile starting to emerge, when the light is just perfect, when it seems like everything, including the stars, have aligned, you click that shutter release button. That same instinct serves you in business. You know when a client is ready to commit, when they need more information, or when they just need reassurance. That's not just photographer's timing, that's knowing how to close the sale, even if you've never taken a sales training class. But one last tool, your follow through. Here's what you think it is: just being thorough. And it is that. But what it actually is: relationship building and long term client development. You check in after consultations because you care, not because some sales manual told you to. When clients are thrilled with their images, you genuinely, well, you're just as genuinely excited as they are. That authentic enthusiasm builds lasting relationships naturally. So you haven't been just taking pictures. You haven't been just a photographer all this time. You have been developing and honing a sophisticated set of tools simply by being the wonderful, caring, committed person that you are. The only difference is that you never labeled those things as sales because they came to you naturally as part of serving your clients. And, and isn't that exactly what real sales should be: natural, service oriented, and focused on helping people get what they want. Welcome to the realization that you're not just a passionate photographer, you're a sales professional. If what I'm saying is resonating with you today, will you go to the comment section and tell me? You could just enter the word yes. You could just say yes. This is resonating with me. I'm hearing you. This sounds good. Hit that like button, hit that love button. And as always, take advantage of the handout. We've got that on the screen right now. Every week we have another episode of the Portrait Profit Show, and I make a handout for you. And if you want that handout, all you gotta do is go to this link and get it. It's just $10. So take advantage of that. You also see the QR code up in the upper right. I am actually going to take that down here in just a moment, but you can do a screenshot right now, and you have both available to you. All right, I'm going to take that down and move to the next thing. By the way, if you need any help with any of these things that I'm talking about today or on any episode or something completely different, my private coaching sessions can help you choose and implement the right tools for your business. When I say right, there's a lot of good tools. I mean, if you go to a tool store, a hardware store, are there a lot of good tools in there? There's a lot of good tools, but not all of them are the right tool for what you're trying to do, what you're trying to fix, or what you're trying to create. How do you know amongst the good tools which are the right ones? It's because you defined what it is you needed to do. Too many photographers have not defined what it is they're doing. So therefore, all the things that they hear, all that marketing thing that somebody else is doing, that sounds good. I'm going to try that. Guys, just because a road is a good road does not mean it's going to take you to the destination that you want to go to. So let me help you. I can help. I can cause you to go down the road you need to go down rather than spend your time on on that road going the opposite direction or on a totally road altogether differently. Yes, you're doing good things. Yes, you're working hard. But if you're not on the right road or if you're going the wrong direction on the right road, all that effort, it clouds your judgment on what is right for you. So let me help you with that. That's what I do. In fact, let me put this on the screen right now. Yeah. Well, I thought I had this handy. Yeah, there we go. Just I put this on the screen a little while ago, but do go to that URL right there. You may want to do a screenshot and come back to it, but go to that URL and get on my calendar. Let's talk, just you and me. Chapter 3. This one might ruffle some feathers, but if you have the ability to see past your emotions, you're going to agree with this completely. There's a lot of photographers that say something that you're seeing on the screen right now that is an excuse. It is a worthless excuse, and you need to stop saying it because it's causing you problems. It is the truth, but there's a lot of photographers that will say something along the lines of, "I don't do this to get rich. I'm not trying to get rich." Something along those lines, because I'm doing it because I love it. I hear this all the time. Can we talk about how this might be the single most expensive excuse in photography that you're unaware of? This is harming you. I'm not saying that this is wrong. This is actually correct. However, it is harming you. You know what you're really saying there? You're saying you don't want to be seen as someone who only cares about money. That's great. You're saying you're uncomfortable with sales. Guys, I've told you what sales is. It's helping someone else get what they want. If you're uncomfortable with sales, you've got to get past that because you already are a salesperson. That's natural. That comes with being a portrait photographer. But do you know what that "I don't do this to get rich" comment tells me? You're exactly the kind of person who should be a professional portrait photographer. What? Here's why I believe you're perfect for this. Your discomfort with sales, your worry about being seen as money hungry, these aren't signs that you shouldn't be selling. These are signs that you're going to sell the right way. These are signs that you care about your clients more than your profits. Not that you shouldn't take or make a profit, but that you want to do right by your clients. You know what? Making good money from your photography doesn't make you less of an artist. Don't let people fool you into that. If they are doing that is because they see a lack in themselves and they are pushing that lack on you, not because they're mean, because they think that's reality. That's their perception of reality, and they're sharing that with you. But it isn't beneficial to you to believe that. You need to get away from that kind of attitude. But not making enough to continue doing what it is that you love, that is what makes things difficult. Why strive to be a struggling artist? Making money gives you the freedom to be more of the person you want to be. Think about it. When you have a profitable business, you can invest in that lens that you want. When you're not profitable, all you can do is look at it and wish you could have it. That is not good for your creative side. It's not, and you know it. When you're well paid, can you take you can take fewer clients so you can give each one of them more attention. You care about your clients? Well, of course you do. Wouldn't you like to give them more of your time? Of course you would. How do you do that? You charge enough to make that possible. When you're financially stable, you can say no to clients who aren't a good fit. You should be doing that. That's what's beneficial to your creative side, the side you're trying to protect, the side you're harming when you don't become profitable. When you're making money, you can spend time perfecting your passion instead of drowning in things that kill your creativity, such as worrying about how you're going to pay your bills. You know this is true, guys. The photographers you look up to aren't above making money. They sell their work, they negotiate contracts, and they continue to build their brand because it allows them to keep creating the art that they love. You want to know a secret? The starving artist is a romantic myth that's keeping you from your best work. Being profitable doesn't corrupt your art, it is what sustains it. It's not about getting rich. You're not going to make enough as a portrait photographer to buy that $100 million yacht you've been looking at. It's about being able to keep doing what you love without the constant stress of financial struggle. Your discomfort with sales may feel like a weakness. Oh, but it is your superpower. It means you'll never be that pushy, manipulative salesperson you're afraid of being. You'll never be the person who only cares about money because you've already proven that is not who you are. Your very resistance to sales is what will make you great at it. You should be aware of something. Every time you undercharge or apologize for your prices, or even just have those thoughts, you're not just hurting yourself. You're reinforcing the idea that your work, your art, isn't worth the money. And that hurts photographers who want to make a living doing what they love. You can love what you do and make good money doing it. In fact, you should make good money doing it because that means you can keep on doing it. You can keep on improving it and you can keep serving your clients with your best work, with your best self. It means that you have enough money to buy that lens you want, that new camera, those classes that will make you even better than you already are. Your dedication to your art and your clients isn't diminished by success. It's the tool that enhances it. How do you feel about that? Do you need some help with any of these suggestions? Reach out to me. I do private coaching sessions. In fact, I give you one for free. You just go to that URL that you see on the screen right now. Do a screenshot. I'm going to take that off. But yeah, I can help you with this stuff. I can make you go down the road that is best for you simply by listening to you and your goals. I want you to take a moment and write a takeaway from this class. Something that is impacting you, something you've heard in the class, something that expands beyond what I've shared today. And do that as I'm giving you the closing thoughts. By the way, as soon as I'm done with the closing thoughts, I'm going to share with you a couple of things that are coming. I've got one announcement, an in-person class for those of you here in the San Antonio area where I'm at. And I'm going to tell you what the next two upcoming Portrait Profit shows are all about. Here's the closing thoughts for today. I hope that I've proven to you that you are a salesperson, that you are not qualified to be a member of the Anti-Salesperson's Club. Can't be part of that club. The very things you do to avoid being salesy are the things that make you or that make people want to work with you. Your resistance to stereotypical sales has accidentally made you better at genuine sales than many professional salespeople are now or ever become. Think about the journey we've been on during today's episode. You've discovered that you've been naturally selling all along. You realized you already possess a powerful sales toolkit. You understand that your discomfort with sales is a strength in being a good salesperson because, in the end, the best sales technique isn't a technique at all. It's caring enough to do things right. Your dedication to your passion, your genuine desire to serve your clients, your commitment to quality. Yes, these are all photographer traits, and they're also marks of an exceptional salesperson. I want you to remember this. A salesperson is simply someone who helps others get what they want. And isn't that exactly what you already do? So please be proud of your role as both an artist and a salesperson. Because in your role of creating and selling photography, you're helping people get exactly what they want, even when they don't know exactly what that is. And that is sales at its finest. Let me tell you about something that's coming up. For those of you that are here in the San Antonio area where I'm at, I know you're watching from all over the place, all over the world. But to those of you who are in San Antonio, I've got a couple of options coming up for the basics. Now, for those of you who have been doing this for a while, maybe it's good as a refresher. But this is a basics class that I'm talking about, and this is what I call a field trip style. We're going to do two different versions of this, and I'll put them both up on the screen. This is every Tuesday in March, so that's just coming up in 2 weeks. It's in the evening, 6 to 8 p.m. So even those who have full-time jobs would be able to take advantage of this. We'll meet in different locations that suit the subject well. So it's a review or going over the basics, or it's new to you, either way, but it's going to be not just talking about it, but doing it. So that's what's coming up. Use that link that you see on the screen right now. And then I have a 1-day version of this. The one I'm showing you right now is a 4-day version, which does have more information than the 1 day, but they're similar. They're very similar. This next one is a 1-day version, and this is on Saturday, March 9th from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. And this one's going to be at Stinson Airport. This is the south side of San Antonio, a fun place to do a photography class. So we'll start off in a classroom. We'll walk around to the airport and photograph planes. We'll photograph things that we see there. It's a great place to host a class. So if you want to take advantage of that, go to that square link. And by the way, I am going to pay for lunch for anyone who takes advantage of this class. They have a fantastic cafe there at Stinson Airport called the Trailblazer Cafe. And man, is it ever good. And you'll actually be helping a photographer when you buy lunch there or dinner there, because the owner is a couple, and the wife of that couple has a photography business. She's a local San Antonio photographer, and so that's one extra thing I love going there. Now, I love the place anyway because it's so fantastic, so good, but this is just an extra bonus that the owners, one of the owners, is a photographer. All right. So that's what's coming up. Do a screenshot of that so you can go to that URL and take advantage of that class. Now, I want to tell you about the upcoming classes. You know, as you know that the Portrait Profit Show is every single Monday at noon, and I want to tell you about the next one. 1 week from today has an odd title, but I think you're going to like what it's about. A problem that you may have come across. The title is just a tease, just a teaser. There's nothing odd going on. But this is what to say when friends and family are asking for free or a discount. Because we all face that awkward moment when a friend or a family member asks for that special deal. Join us as we explore how to handle those requests while elevating both relationships and profits. Discover ways to use this as an opportunity that grows your business. That is 1 week from today, February 24th, the last one for the month of February. Then we move into the month of March, and we're going to be doing 6 quick ways to stand out. Now, we've done topics like this before many times, but the goal is just be fast. How do I get myself noticed? How do I stand out from the crowd as quickly as possible? These are six quick ways to stand out. Are you feeling overlooked? Are you struggling to attract clients that are going to value what it is you do, pay your price? The market isn't saturated. That's a myth. If you think it's saturated, it's because you're on the lower price end, and that lower price end doesn't even have the potential to be profitable. Not unless the number of clients you work with is very high. And most portrait photographers don't want to have large numbers. They want to have smaller numbers. The market isn't saturated at the profit level. So therefore, stop believing that myth. It's false. I can prove it with math. The real issue is how you position yourself. In this Portrait Profits episode, I'll reveal 6 proven ways to differentiate yourself quickly without lowering your prices, without chasing trends, or working harder for less. Start building a brand that commands attention today. Those are the next 2. Put those on your calendar. Those are coming up, and I would sure like for you to be there. Hmm. I want to thank you, Lens Legends. And I want to ask that you please like and share the Portrait Profit Show. It's easy, just click the share button. And join us next week at noon for another Portrait Profits live stream. Today's lesson wasn't just about redefining sales. It was about recognizing the incredible service-focused salesperson that you already are. You've already got all the tools. You've got the right mindset. And most importantly, the genuine desire to help your clients get what they want. You're not just a photographer who happens to sell. You are a trusted advisor who creates lasting memories through your art. Now embrace that role with pride. For Landers Photography School and Digital Pro Lab, my name is Jim Landers, and I'm the host of the Portrait Profit Show, where we ignite passion and transform business. Until next week, Lens Legends, keep creating those powerful emotional connections that transform both yours and your clients' lives. I look forward to watching you grow. You are amazing. Bye for now.